You're not shy, you're hiding. There's a difference. Shy is a feeling. Hiding is a strategy. And you've been using it for years, making yourself small before anyone can tell you to, staying quiet before anyone can disagree. You didn't lose your confidence. You traded it for safety that was never real. This is the story of a man who finally stopped disappearing. In a crowded city where everyone seemed to know their place, there lived a man named Rohan. Rohan was invisible, not because people ignored him, because he made sure they would. In meetings, he had ideas, but never spoke. Someone else would say the same thing minutes later, get the credit. He'd think, I knew that. But knowing in silence is the same as not knowing. At gatherings, he stood at the edges, laughed at others' jokes, never told his own. When someone asked his opinion, he deflected, turned the attention anywhere but himself. He thought he was avoiding rejection. He was rehearsing irrelevance. Every room he entered, he'd already decided he didn't belong. The cost was slow. Then it wasn't. A promotion went to a colleague with half his skill. Rohan had done the work. The colleague had done the talking. A woman he liked started dating someone else, someone who took up space. Rohan had never said a word to her. His younger brother started a business, failed, started another. Rohan watched, too afraid to try anything himself. Failure requires an attempt. He hadn't even gotten that far. One night, he caught his reflection in the window. A man in his 30s, capable, invisible. He whispered, when did I decide I wasn't worth hearing? He couldn't remember. But the decision had been made, and every day of silence was a renewal of that contract. His company hired a consultant, an older woman named Mrs. Sharma, sharp, direct. She'd built and sold 3 companies before most people finished their first complaint. In a workshop, she asked for ideas, the usual silence, then the usual voices, the loud ones who spoke whether or not they had anything to say. Rohan had an idea, a good one. He felt it rise. His mouth opened, then closed. Afterward, Mrs. Sharma approached him. You had something to say. I saw it. Rohan looked away. It probably wasn't that good. You don't know that. You didn't say it. She studied him. How long have you been editing yourself before anyone else gets the chance? Empty conference room. Mrs. Sharma sat across from him. Let me tell you what confidence actually is. It's not feeling good about yourself. It's not believing you're great. She paused. It's the willingness to be seen before you're ready. Rohan frowned. What if I say something stupid? You will. Guaranteed. She didn't soften it. But here's what you're missing. They're already judging your silence. Your invisibility isn't neutral. It's a statement. It says, I don't think I'm worth hearing. She leaned forward. Every time you shrink, you're not avoiding judgment. You're agreeing with it. You've been agreeing for years. Rohan felt something shift. Not inspiration. Exposure. Confidence isn't built by waiting until you feel ready. It's built by moving before you do. The feeling comes after. If it comes at all, for 30 days, speak first. Every meeting, every conversation, every situation where you'd normally wait, go first. Even if your voice shakes, even if it's wrong. Rohan hesitated. What if I embarrass myself? You will. That's the point. The question is whether you'll let embarrassment be the end or the beginning. Day 1, team meeting. Manager asked for input. Usual silence. Rohan's chest tightened. His idea wasn't perfect, but it existed. He forced his mouth open. What if we tried a different approach to the client deck? Heads turned. His voice sounded foreign, like hearing himself from outside his body. The manager nodded. Interesting. Go on. He talked, stumbled, recovered. It wasn't eloquent, but it was him, taking up space he'd avoided for years. Afterward, no applause, no revelation. Just a quiet, unsettling feeling that he'd been seen and hadn't died. Day 7. A gathering. He usually hovered near walls. This time, he walked into a conversation mid-sentence. "What are we talking about?" His heart pounded. His face felt hot. They made room, explained. He added a thought. They responded. Nothing special, but something strange. Like he'd been allowed the whole time and just hadn't known. Day 15. Presentation to senior leadership. The old Rohan would have rushed. Avoided eyes. Apologized for existing. This time, he paused. Made contact. Let silence happen. His hands trembled. His voice didn't. A director approached afterward. "Good thinking. Let's talk more." Rohan didn't deflect. Didn't minimize. Just said, "I'd like that." It felt unearned, uncomfortable, like wearing clothes that didn't fit yet. Day 22. He spoke up in a meeting. Was wrong. Corrected publicly. The shame hit hard. The old voice returned immediately. "This is why you stay quiet." He sat with it. Let it burn. The next meeting, he spoke again. Not because he felt better. Because stopping now meant the shame won. Day 29. He realized something uncomfortable. He still didn't feel confident. Not the way he'd imagined. No inner glow. No calm certainty. He just felt less willing to disappear. That wasn't confidence. It was something harder. A refusal to keep agreeing with his own irrelevance. Rohan found Mrs. Sharma before her last day. "It's working. People respond differently now. But I still don't feel confident." She nodded. "You're waiting for a feeling that may never arrive. Confidence isn't a feeling. It's a pattern. Something you do until doing it becomes less unbearable." He asked, "Will the fear go away?" "No. You just stop letting it decide." She looked at him. "You wanted confidence to rescue you. It doesn't work that way. You rescue yourself by showing up afraid. That's it. That's the whole secret. So let me ask you, how long have you been waiting to feel ready? How many ideas died in your throat? How many rooms did you leave before anyone knew you were there? You think confident people feel different than you. They don't. They just stopped letting the feeling decide. Every time you stay silent, you vote against yourself. Every time you shrink, you renew a contract you signed years ago. A contract that says, "I'm not worth hearing." You're not missing confidence. You're practicing invisibility. And you've gotten very good at it. The fear isn't the problem. The obedience to it is. Here's the truth. You've spent years rehearsing disappearance, perfecting the art of not being seen. And now you wonder why no one sees you. Confidence isn't something you find. It's something you stop avoiding. The question isn't whether you're capable of being visible. The question is how much longer you're willing to practice being invisible.